Hey, viewers and viewers, my name is General Red Strategist, and welcome back to So You're Being Hunted. This is episode 10. We're here, of course, with our terrain experiments. Now, this episode and probably, well, not probably, but the one before it, plus probably the one that I'm going to do after this, these are all going to be sort of block recording because it's getting to a particularly busy period in life at the moment where I'm going to be doing some various stuff over the summer, and so like I say, I just need to block record episodes. So do bear in mind anyone who commented on the last episode to correct any of my terrain generation mistakes or anything like that. Just bear in mind I won't have seen your suggestions yet, and I'm unlikely to see them, in fact, for a while. So, yeah, do bear with me. But in the meantime, of course, we're just sort of playing through the game as normal. It gives me an excuse to do podcast-style episodes whilst playing. And we'll see if these islands, which I've set to large region size, if they generate any weird features, anything like that. We'll see. I don't know if they will, but we'll find out at some point, maybe. I don't know. So yeah, I hope you guys out there are all doing well, and hope you're, of course, still enjoying the So You're Being Hunted series. I have to say, the last few episodes of So You're Being Hunted view count has been down a little bit, but, I mean, it's been down for a while, to be honest, because obviously, this game is getting on now in terms of age. I think there's fewer and fewer people playing it these days. But, as when I actually record this, well, I say as when I record this, bearing in mind that this video is not scheduled actually to be released for a while yet. Probably by the time this video goes out, this won't be, this won't actually be new news. But at the moment, as when I record, of course, the Tokyo Olympics is in full swing. And like I say, by the time this video goes out, I mean, it may be getting on quite a bit. Either it'll be close to finishing, or maybe it will have finished. Who knows? But yeah, I just thought, that would make for a good sort of topic of conversation as we're doing today's episode, which I'll get onto as soon as I obviously jump cut and get to this South Island over here. So as I was saying, Tokyo Olympics, they're in full swing at the moment, and I have to say, I haven't really been watching a lot of the events themselves. I watched the opening ceremony when it was televised, and, it's interesting to see kind of how an Olympic opening ceremony has been handled in light of COVID and all that. Because, thing is, I mean, it's sad really, because obviously the Tokyo Olympics was originally scheduled for 2020, but then of course COVID happened, it had to be put back a year, and now it's only just happening now. And of course the opening ceremony has had to, it had to be kind of reworked in essence, sort of truncate it a bit, make it a bit more suitable for a COVID era Olympic Games. And I imagine of course that the Japanese staff who were dealing with actually, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to get my fucking, oh my god, that was a waste of dynamite. That was a fucking waste of dynamite, wasn't it? Good lord. I meant to pull my torch out, but I accidentally fucking threw that. Well, never mind. I'm sure that's attracted a few robots. What was I saying? I was saying about how obviously the opening ceremony for Tokyo Olympics had to be sort of truncated down. And I think the kind of the Japanese opening ceremony organisers, I think they did the best they could given the circumstances. I think it was a good opening ceremony overall, and they're always quite enjoyable, the opening ceremonies in any Olympic Games, because it's always interesting to see what sort of creative ideas people unleash, what sort of things they put together and all that. Like I say, I think they did as well as could be expected under the circumstances. And obviously, it's going to be difficult for everyone, or rather, by the time this video goes out, it will have been difficult for everyone, especially given, in some cases, certain Olympic teams have had to send athletes home in order to keep to kind of team sizes due to COVID restrictions, things like that. Because I can't remember which country it was, but I think it was something like they had to send about 20 athletes home, something like that, because there were just too many, and COVID restrictions essentially meant they had to just kind of downsize things a bit, so that that way they weren't breaking any regulations, which is unfortunate, but what can you do? But yeah, the one actual sporting event that I did watch a bit of was a women's football match, soccer for all you American viewers, between Britain and Australia. I only watched a bit of it though, but I remember something like I caught it just as the British women's team scored their second goal, something like that. Oh, I think you're having a bit of trouble. Okay, here's an experiment that I'd just like to try out very quickly. Oh! Fucking thing despawned before I could shoot it. I was too slow. Dang it. Well, bollocks. I never knew, though, that the crows could actually get stuck on buildings. I always just sort of thought that, you know, they were kind of like, how should I say, kind of transparent entities, to put it that way, i.e., you know, you can't actually, like, bash into them. They just sort of fly through things. Interesting. I don't know if you can actually kill them with a gun, but maybe it's worth experimenting with that sometime to see if that's actually possible. I don't think it will be, but you never know. You never know, ladies and gentlemen. Oh god, my inventory is filling up a little bit with all kinds of shit. I do want that axe, though, because that could be quite useful. Let's put that in slot 7, in case we need a backup weapon. Still haven't found any device pieces on this. Oh wait, there's one literally right over there. Never mind. So yeah, let me know in the comments. What sort of events have you been watching as part of the Tokyo Olympics, if any? Have you had Olympic fever this year, or has it just kind of passed you by? Yes. Because that's the thing, I know, with obviously COVID and things like that, I imagine there will be plenty of people out there who have just felt like they haven't really been in the spirit for it. And I wouldn't really blame them, to be honest, because it has been pretty, you know, hectic this year with COVID lockdown restrictions, and that's just in the UK. Lord knows what it's been like for all of those out there watching this who are based in other countries. I'm sure it's been an absolute palaver wherever you are. Now, I'm a bit worried that the alarm clock's going to pull that guy over there, but he might be a bit too far off for it. Alright, they're going to start moving off. Yeah, he's not attracted. That's good. Oh, what? Alright, you going off over there, mate. That's it. You see? Here's Red, the Pro Sir player. Active once again. Go, get it. Boom, there we go. Number 1 of 3. Down. Right. Oh boy. Tell you what, I can't wait though, Olympics-wise. I sometimes like the Winter Olympics. I like watching those particular events. Something, you know, me that I do obviously, I do always quite like watching in the Winter Olympics is always the bobsleigh. I always find that one quite enjoyable. Bobsleigh, you know, luge, skeleton, things like that. The ones basically where they're like charging down the friggin' slippery slope. Pretty good. Ski jumping is always quite a fascinating one to watch as well in the Winter Olympics. As well as that, I always find like figure skating, I like dancing on ice sort of thing. That's actually always quite enjoyable to watch. Whether that's kind of individual ice dancers or like couples ice dancers. That sort of thing is always great. But I'm just thinking, what other events in terms of the Summer Olympics do I sometimes like to watch? I sometimes like to watch the swimming. Swimming is always a good one. Thing is, me and Phil had a recording session not long ago, as of when this video gets uploaded. In fact, you'll have seen the video that came out of it. It was a forest episode where we did talk a bit about the Tokyo Olympics. And Phil did mention that, you know, I do enjoy swimming. And here's the thing. I used to go swimming quite a lot when I was a teenager. I wasn't part of any like competitive teams or competitions or tournaments or anything like that. But where I grew up, there was a community swimming pool, and I remember certainly in my kind of early teenage years, I would go there a lot on weekends. Every sort of Saturday, I'd go, you know, around about just after midday, after I'd had lunch. Or was it after I'd had lunch? Or maybe it was in... I can't actually remember when it was. Or it might have been around about midday. It might have been like... Maybe I went there at something like 11 in the morning and stayed there till like friggin', I don't know, 1 in the afternoon, then went home to get lunch or something. But in essence, I'd go up there and I wouldn't even, you know, do anything that exciting. I'd just sort of do lengths. But swimming was always something that I always used to enjoy when I was younger. And I haven't been swimming in years, which is a shame, really, because I used to love it. I always remember going on like family holidays, you know, to places like Greece, places like that, where of course it's, you know, sun, sea and sand. And I was the sort of kid who could spend hours and hours in a pool, or just in the water, on the beach, whatever. I used to love that. It was a favourite old pastime of mine. But yeah, swimming events in the Olympics, maybe I should be checking for them. and seeing if there's anything enjoyable going on. Whether it's, I don't know, synchronised swimming, whether it's whatever it is, I don't know. You know, people doing lengths. I'm sure it'd be quite enjoyable to watch. Oh god, there's robots over there as well. That was a bad place to actually put this thing down, but never mind. Oh god, he's going to fucking come out as well. He's going to get attracted by the sound of the alarm clock when it goes. But, just keep moving, we might be alright. Okay, he's gone around the side of the building. Maybe they're both turned around. Haha! This feels better. Nope. You did not see shit, bud. So don't even try. Okay. Keep my eyes peeled. Right, that goes off. Oh. You always get one who turns around, don't you? Who doesn't just go towards the alarm clock. What's wrong with you? Go to the alarm clock, you twat! Go to the thing that's making all the noise. Stop looking in my direction. Right, there we go. Number 2. That's good. Right, just depends where this final device piece is at. That one's coming up over here. They're all now going up into the air. They'll probably reset, start going off towards the other one, wherever it is. Assuming. Where are they going? They're sort of drifting around. Do they just sort of eventually reset, or do they just go up into the air until they despawn? I'm just kind of curious to see how wisps actually behave when you take a device piece that they were heading towards. I don't think I've ever really experimented with it to actually see what they do. I'm guessing, okay, right, certain wisps that were just on target for certain device pieces basically just go up into the air, I'm guessing. That is the question. Right, well, I don't think they're going to do anything, are they? They're just going up. These just going up, and then we just need to locate this final device piece, wherever it is. Let's go around this lake. Yeah, they're definitely disappearing. They're going up into the air, where they're going to despawn. Alright, so that's what wisps do, ladies and gentlemen. If they were on course for a certain device piece, which you then just pick up. They head up into the sky, where they despawn, and eventually they probably respawn, heading for the final device piece. Look at that rock there. Just protruding up. It's a very big one. It's like a freaking great big obelisk, that one. Good lord. Ah! Right, here we have a device piece. A device piece? A wisp even? We'll follow this one. Alright, you'll go in this direction. Like so. Like so, like so, like so. Okay, well if we keep going in this rough direction, we should be able to find where we actually need to be. We should be fine. So far, in terms of the terrain generation experiment, we've not had any weird things yet. No islands or jetties that were basically inaccessible. But like I say, I don't know if I've generated the islands correctly, at least according to what people said. So, we'll have to see. God, what are you doing? There you go. Right. There's another wisp over there. There is a fucking dog there that we have to watch out for. Ah, there's the device piece. It's over here. Okay. Right, we'll tell you what we're going to do. Whack that down there. We'll get them sort of behind the rocks, and then we'll go around like this. Here we are, see? Old Red is a pro. Yeah, I say that, but to be honest, I always think to myself, I should always kind of look at the lie of the land. That's what you're really supposed to do in this game before you try using stealth equipment. You know, making sure, perhaps, for example, that you place your alarm clock in a location where it'll lure the robots behind cover so that they can't see you. But often with me, I kind of don't do that. I just sort of whap it down. I just hope for the best. I'd like to say I'm being a pro, but the reality is, no, I'm not. Right, well, we got that at least. That's the good news. That's the South Island. Pretty much cleared, ladies and gents. So we'll get back to the centre, and we'll deposit all these at the standing stones. Have a sip of tea whilst I'm at it. Right. Here we are. Oh, well, look at that. Oh, wow. Okay, so that device piece was literally right there. I could have got it from the start. Some of you may well have seen it, I don't know, and were probably screaming at me. Red, it was right there all along, and he's completely missed it, apparently. And we're back in, so let's get these, like I say, to the standing stones, and then probably we will wrap this episode up here. And knowing how I block record videos, I'll probably then record the next one straight after, just to keep things moving, make sure I've got a consistent upload schedule. Because like I say, over the summer months I'm basically doing stuff. I've got stuff to do, which is going to eat into my recording time a bit. So right now, whilst I have the opportunity, I'm basically doing a big recording session. I'm going to be recording Sir, I'm going to be recording RTCW, probably some Wolfenstein 2, the new Colossus, as much as I can basically record, and then I'm just going to try and get it fucking uploaded into the queue on my YouTube channel, so that way it's ready to go, and I can just sort of release it day by day as I need to. Alright, there's the standing stones up there, ladies and gentlemen. So, in that case, I'll begin doing my outro. Facebook and links down below, along with the link to my propagandist channel for anyone interested. And if you enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe and all that jazz. And let me know down in the comments. Were you following the Tokyo Olympics? What sort of events took your eye and all that? And in the meantime, of course, I'll put these in here, and I will say farewell. Goodbye, everybody. That is a fucking Sturmgeschütz over there, just as well I didn't bring the tank forward. Oh god. Watch it, boys. Get behind that fucking cover, maybe. Oh no, actually. Wasn't fire on those things. Oh god. Right, let me just draw the fucking Sturmgeschütz, and I'll get on the back of it. As you do. Shit. That's gonna hurt. Right, he's out. Get him. Hold on, we can do this, we can do this, we can do this, we can do this. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Right. Get that fucking bomb in there. That's the stuff. Just keep circling it as you do. Right, let me off. Back to cover. Oh god, don't get stuck. Right, tank's out. That's the good news.